Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles.
We got this.
Set, ready, 60 yards.
Mike 21. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
Go.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They run on second down with Adams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Rock it.
They'll try and pick up the first down with Adams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
And the Giants first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Double up. He's crashing.
Ready.
On first down, this is Adams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Ready, set.
Five's the mic.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
Makes the score Eagles 7, Giants nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They start on the ground with Adams. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On second and a yard, Jones hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards and a Giant first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it here with Adams. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
The tackle made by Brandon Graham. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 46-yard line.
Ready up.
5, Mike, 5. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 2nd down now, it's Adams. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
The tackle made by Rodney McLeod. It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Hey, let's get this.
Five.
Mike 5, Mike 5, Mike 5.
Shoot.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Let's go. Great.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
He's coming.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Goodwin able to haul it in. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. But now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
74.
Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the 1st quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Now Adams pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
The tackle made by Brandon Graham. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Watch the slant. Check 50. Check 50.
Yes.
On third down, they go with Adams. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Riley Dixon on the punt for the Giants.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too confident.
He's got daylight. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Adams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 40.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
8, read.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Big grip.
On first down, Adams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
A carry for Adams. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing Jones. Finding Gabriel complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line.
Gain of 12.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Topper 2.
On to give, it's Adams. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey,
It's a
Sam
pickup
off.
of 6. Brings up second and 4.
On second down, it's Adams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Ready, ready. 70, Indy.
All right, D. Mike 5. Mike 5.
And go.
Now Jones. And this is Gabriel on the catch. 10 yards, good for a giant first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run on first down. Adams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Josh Adams, his third touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Mixon with a first down carry. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 34. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On first down, Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front, because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and goal at the 2-yard
line. They come up in an offset eye.
Hey, defense, let's check 31, check 31.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Come on,
The
set.
Giants
And
offense
two,
at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Double up.
Lefty, lefty.
Once again, they run with Mixon. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Giants' 48-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Hey, Ford, Tokyo!
Alert, flare.
Throwing is Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Got a man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Wentz to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The tackle there by Cravon LeBlanc.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Strong right. 3 down, 3 down.
On 2nd and 9. Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. On first down, Adams. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll run again with Adams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Go. I got it.
On third down, it's Adams, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Jam him, jam him, jam.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Finds the mic.
Hey, Charlie.
All day, every day.
Look at me. Door. Get it.
They'll run with a big man. This is Adams. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. They'll run on first down. Nixon. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon with it.
Let's go. Come on. Run to the
And
ball.
inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
I'm coming.
Sunday.
I'm coming. Slam.
On first down, Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Nixon will try the right side.
Check 26.
Open space inside the 10. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Giants 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Double tight. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Again, here's Adams.
Run.
He finds an opening past the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Ready, set.
Mike 5. Rip left.
They'll run on 1st down. Adams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Mike 5. They can't hang with us.
Ready.
On 2nd down now, it's Adams. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready up.
Mike 5. Here we go, G. Double tight. We got 3 down.
Now a former 5th-round pick of the Eagles. This is Dion Lewis. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short.
Here, baby. Your trip ends here.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, wahoo!
Jones now throwing on 4th down. Catch made by Slayton. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On first down, Adams. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Keep playing hard.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Mike 5, Mike 5.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
To try again after the sack, Jones. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the handoff, Adams here. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check. Crunch. 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 Check.
Sunday.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
Two jet. Hey, orbit.
Here we go, D.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Man open, it's Goodwin. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
Eagles,
Here we go.
first down.
54
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
40-yard line.
Waiting. Kill.
I'm here all day.
49, check 49, check 49.
Down and man inside. Down and man. Come on now. Done.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Joe Mixon, 40 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Eagles 35, Giants 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second